The sweetest nectar can turn to poison in careless hands. Such is the power of the gods and of wine.
I am Dionysus, god of the vine, of wine, of ecstasy, but once I was merely a spark of divine potential cradled in the womb of a mortal woman.
You think you can hide your infidelities from me, Zeus? I am the queen of Olympus.
My father, Zeus, king of the gods, fell in love with a mortal princess named Semele. Their passion, it was electric, intoxicating, but it was doomed from the start. Hera, my father's wife, was consumed by jealousy. She tricked Semele into demanding proof of Zeus's divinity.
If you truly are the king of gods, show yourself to me in all your glory.
My love, please, you don't know what you're asking?
Show me.
Forgive me, Semele.
The sight of his divine glory was too much for her mortal form to bear. She burned, consumed by the very passion that had given me life.
No, the child! I must save the child!
In a desperate act to preserve me, Zeus, well, let's just say my second womb was rather unconventional. I was born of fire and divinity, cradled in the flesh of the king of gods himself.
What's this? A wounded creature.
As I grew, I discovered I had a gift, a connection to the natural world, to growing things, and to one plant in particular.
These grapes, they're unlike any I've tasted before.
Little did I know that first taste would set in motion events that would shake the foundations of both the mortal world and Olympus itself. And so began my journey from divine spark to the god of wine. A path paved with joy and sorrow, ecstasy and madness. My tale is one of transformation, of the power that lies in losing oneself to find something greater. It is a story of wine, of madness, of the thin line between ecstasy and destruction. I am Dionysus, god of wine and ecstasy, and this is my story. Ah, yes, the day I descended from Mount Nysa. I remember it as if it were yesterday, the weight of my newfound knowledge heavy upon my brow.
It's time. The mortals await, though they know it not.
You see, I had tasted the power of the vine, and now it was time for humanity to share in this divine gift.
Like this, you see, treat the vines with care, with love, they will reward you with the sweetest of fruits.
It's like touching sunlight itself.
And oh, how they embraced it. The mortals took to wine like fish to water. It brought them joy, loosened their tongues, sparked their creativity.
Why do you weep, fair one, when the night is so beautiful?
Who are you?
I am Dionysus, and this is a balm for sorrows and a spark for joy.
I've never tasted anything like it.
In that moment, as Ariadne's sorrow transformed into hope, I felt a stirring in my immortal heart, a feeling I had not known possible for one such as I.
Perhaps we could explore this island together. There's much beauty to be found, if one knows where to look.
I'd like that.
Do you hear that?
Hear what? The music?
No, something else. Like distant thunder.
But as my gift spread, as the celebrations grew grander, I failed to see the shadow growing at the edges of the revelry. In my eagerness to share the joys of wine, I had overlooked its potential for chaos. The line between ecstasy and madness, how thin it can be. Ah, Thebes, where the sweet nectar of my gift turned bitter on mortal tongues. It was there that I faced the true cost of power. I stood among them, unseen, reveling in their joy, but I was blind to the storm brewing above.
Citizens of Thebes, this madness must end. This Dionysus is no god, but a corrupter of our values.
Pentheus. Ah, Pentheus, if only you had known the fire you were playing with.
You wish to see madness, King Pentheus? Then madness you shall have. Why?
The bastard child thinks he can claim godhood. I think not. Let's see how he handles a true test of divinity.
Wife, what mischief are you brewing now?
Hera's jealousy. It was a poison more potent than any wine. It spread through the land, turning hearts against me.
Perhaps it's time we let our son prove himself.
Your son, you mean?
I led Pentheus to his doom. In my anger, in my pride, I showed him the true face of divine retribution.
Look upon your legacy, King of Thebes. See how your people worship in my name.
It's beautiful and terrible.
A lion. Sisters, I see a lion.
What happened next, even I, in all my divine power, could not have foreseen.
What have I done? My son! My son!
In that moment, I saw the true face of my gift, the ecstasy and the agony, the liberation and the destruction.
Is this what I've brought to the world? Is this my legacy?
The weight of it all, it was almost too much to bear, even for a god. The price of divinity, it was higher than I could have ever imagined.
Perhaps it would be better if I destroyed it all. Every vine, every drop.
In that dark night of the soul, I stood on the precipice of a decision that would shape the fate of gods and mortals alike.
No, I cannot destroy what I've created, but I can learn to wield it with...
Ah, yes. Just as the darkness seemed all-consuming, a light appeared. Not the harsh glare of divine judgment, but the soft glow of mortal love. In that moment of despair, hope emerged from an unexpected source.
Dionysus, wait, look, truly look at what you've created. There's more here than just destruction.
With a touch, Ariadne reminded me of the beauty that wine had brought into the world, the joy, the inspiration, the connection. It was as if her presence alone could breathe life back into the desolation I had wrought.
Your gift isn't just the wine, Dionysus. It's the wisdom to use it well. Look around you, see how even in darkness, life finds a way to persist and grow.
The power was never meant to be mine alone. It's meant to be shared, guided. I see now the true potential of my gift lies in how it brings people together.
In that moment I understood. True divinity lies not in the gift itself, but in guiding mortals to use it responsibly. It was a revelation that would change everything. As we walked through the vineyard, I felt a profound shift within myself. No longer was I simply the bringer of wine and revelry. I was becoming something more, a guardian of balance, a protector of the delicate harmony between joy and responsibility.
Are you ready? This journey will not be easy.
Always. We face this challenge together, as we have faced all others.
The climb to Olympus? It was no easy feat. But with each step I felt the weight of my purpose grow stronger. Every challenge we had faced, every lesson learned, had led us to this moment. The path to divinity, I realized, was paved with the wisdom gained from both triumph and failure. As we neared the summit, I felt a transformation within myself. No longer was I simply Dionysus, the wild god of wine. I was becoming something more, a bridge between the mortal and divine realms, shaped by the very journey that had brought me here.
So the bastard child returns, come to beg forgiveness for the chaos you've wrought? Or perhaps you think your little journey has made you worthy of standing among us?
I've come to claim my rightful place, and to show you the true nature of my gift. It is not chaos I bring, but balance, a force as vital to the cosmos as order itself.
I walked the line between ecstasy and madness, showing them the delicate balance that is the essence of wine and of life itself. In that moment I was both the wild reveler and the wise guardian. embodying the very duality that makes my gift so powerful and so dangerous.
This is the power I wield, the power to uplift and to destroy. But more importantly, the wisdom to guide mortals between these extremes. I have learned that true divinity lies not in dominion over mortals, but in shepherding them towards their own greatness.
My son, you have proven yourself worthy. Your journey has shown you the true meaning of godhood. Not just power, but the wisdom to wield it justly.
And so I took my place among the Olympians, not just as the god of wine, but as a bridge between the divine and the mortal. In that embrace, I felt the full weight of my new role, a guardian of balance, a shepherd of humanity's joy and sorrow. The path of wine, you see, is much like the path of life, full of highs and lows, moments of clarity and confusion, but in guiding mortals along this path, I found my true purpose, to help them navigate the delicate balance between revelry and responsibility, between abandonment and control.
To the eternal dance of joy and sorrow, of restraint and abandon, may we always guide humanity towards balance.